Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're trying out a couple of new makeup products. I have found a new concealer that I am so excited to talk to you about. We're going to get into a few more things that I haven't tried yet. I picked up one of the new NARS multiple sticks. I do have a YSL mini clutch that I finally got around to using. A Violette FR lip nectar. This is the hydrating lip stain. A new to me shade of the Violette FR Bisou blush. The Makeup Forever artist stick in Endless Cacao. I dabble in the Armani Luminous Silk Blush in 62S, and the new Clé de Peau powder. I have all of this on, of course, as always. If you want to see how I think these products perform and how they came together on my mature skin, then don't go anywhere. Let's get into the video. We are trying out some new makeup today, and one of the things that I am most excited about is this concealer by RMS. This is the Revitalize Hydra Concealer. Have you guys tried this? Can you tell I'm wearing two different foundations? I've got concealer on under this eye, not under this eye. We're gonna do that now. So it's got this canister here that goes in here, and I accidentally unscrewed it. So it's kind of, you know, kind of fiddly. You unscrew the top and the brush comes out, and it is an actual brush, which is unique in my opinion for a concealer. It's got a metal tip, and then this is the brush. It's a very thin, slippy concealer. I have mine in the shade CN07. It's not brightening. I ordered it online. I couldn't see the shades. I'm gonna put this on under the eyes. It goes a long way, so you do not need much, in my opinion. And I'm gonna blend it out with a finger. Okay, and it is that easy to blend out. It is a medium coverage. I have the shade CN07. It's described as a cool neutral, kind of a peachy pink shade, which works really well under the eyes. The first time that I tried it, I was like, oh my gosh, this feels like the Gucci concealer. This goes on like the Gucci concealer. It wears like the Gucci concealer. I absolutely love this. I haven't seen anybody talk about it, so I don't know what anybody else's thoughts are, and it doesn't matter. I'm telling you my thoughts on it. You do get more in the Gucci. You get 0.27, you get 0.17 in the RMS. This is $47, this is $35. So actually I think they're probably comparably priced. I mean, I haven't priced out the math, but the RMS is refillable. Now I haven't seen any refills. I'm wondering how much the refills will be. Like, that will kind of tell the story of whether or not this is less expensive than the Gucci. So I just did the math, and technically the RMS is more expensive than the Gucci. So that's a little bit disappointing. However, it is refillable. The refills might be less. So this is like $175 per ounce, and this is like $205. I just broke it down by ounce, not that you're getting an ounce of product, you know what I mean. I will say that the formulas are incredibly similar, and I feel like you need way less with the RMS. They're both very thin, but the RMS has more coverage. The RMS concealer is absolutely beautiful on my mature skin. I'm so impressed with this concealer. I have got not a single negative thing to say about it, except you can open the wrong part, which I've done several times. It doesn't really lock into place. You have to be careful to only unscrew the brush. I love the brush. I think that the actual formula is gorgeous. It does not crease. It sits beautifully under the eyes. I think it's fantastic. Like, not a negative thing to say about it except packaging. However, I do like that it's refillable. I'm anxiously awaiting the refill pricing. I can't find it anywhere. If you found it anywhere, can you let me know? I think it's so good. I think it's so hydrating and nourishing, and it's such a thin formula. It doesn't settle into lines because it just melts in with the skin. It sits down beautifully, which is my preference for all things complexion. I am not a person that tries to hide the fact that I am wearing makeup. I'm not a no makeup person. I like my complexion products to look like skin. That is a good one. So the next thing that we are going to use is the Makeup Forever Artist Complexion Stick. I remember if I think I've used this before on my channel, but this is Endless Cacao. This is what I use to contour. So I am gonna do a little contour today. I think it's a beautiful contour product, and you only need the tiniest amount because it is quite an intense color. All right, I'm gonna blend this out real quick. It is so easy to blend out. I just tap it with like a buffing brush. I'm gonna do my brows real quick using my Chantecaille waterproof brow pencil in Oak Brown. I love this pencil, it's so good. I'm gonna set my brows with my Rare Beauty Brow Gel. Are you guys watching any shows? Do you have any good TV show suggestions? I've been pretty disappointed in everything that I have watched lately, so let me know what you suggest. I mean, it's the time of year, right, where it's summer and there isn't really much good on TV, but I like having something on in the background when I'm working or, you know, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna do just a touch of the Sisley bronzer, just to kind of bronze up. Then I'll set the face and we will do eyeshadow and blush. Actually, I'm not gonna set the face because I think I'm gonna do a cream blush. I think we're gonna do eyes first, just to kind of get that out of the way. I want to use the YSL Quad in Captivating Dunes because I haven't yet. And I've had it for a minute and haven't used it yet. Now I have swatched this shade, like I wanted to show the chunky flakiness of this shade right here, which I am not a huge fan of. But the other shades are untouched and they are stunning. So we're gonna do an eye look. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this matte, like taupey shade right here. These shadows are, you know, a little more powdery than a lot of them. Oh my gosh, that was entirely effortless. That was so easy. I don't even know if I'll have to speed that part up. There's a lot of powder kick up in the pan just from using that one shade. That's okay, I'm just showing you. You know, I don't have a problem with it. Going in with the deepest shade right here, wow, that looks intense. And I am going to put that on the outer corner and slightly under the lash line. Oh my gosh, like this could be the YSL quad that wins me over to YSL quads. I'm like in shock at how easy that those are to blend, especially that deepest shade. It's so pretty, fall out all over it. But we're gonna take this shade. I'm gonna use my finger. Oh my gosh, look at that. I'm gonna tap it on the lid. Gorgeous. I'm running out of descriptors for beautiful, impressive, gorgeous. Like, what? I mean, it's 3 colors. It's very effortless look, but you're performing beautifully. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna take this and try to highlight my inner corner. I am going to tap it off because it is so flaky. Try to not get fallout. Yeah, I don't love that. It's highlighting, but it's just it's a little too chunky for me. I'm gonna go into my little Hourglass quad and highlight with this shade. It's Opal Strobe Light. It's a little brighter. I'm gonna do my eyeliner and mascara. Eyes are done for now. I am going to line my lips, put on the lip product, and then we will decide on a cheek. I'm using the Beauty Pie Wondergel lip liner. These lip liners are so good. They set down, they're very creamy. Beauty Pie has some excellent products. This is in the shade Sexy Berry. I think it's gonna go great with this lip color. I love these lip liners. Like, they do not budge once they set into place. Really, really good lip liners, and the price is excellent. We're gonna go in with the Violette FR Lip Nectar in the shade Betise. The Violette FR packaging is so beautiful. I love the blue that they use in their cartons. It looks kind of strange in there. That's okay. And this looks like a warmish berry shade. So let's put this on. Okay. Okay, so that is lighter in tone than I thought it would be, which is a good thing for me. I'm happy about that. It's not as deep as I thought. So, I mean, it's still pretty, like this is a lip, you know, this is a look. It's not a nude, but it's not super deep either. I'd say a mid-tone, very comfortable. Trying to think what to compare it to. So the KULFI Lassie lips, I love those. Those are also like a glossy lip stain. This feels a little thicker. Those are very, very thin and watery. They're beautiful, but they don't feel as nourishing. This feels very nourishing. It almost feels like a thin lip gloss. It's a really pretty shade. I'm very happy with that. Now that I've got this lip on, I'm trying to decide what blush I want to use because I feel like that is not the vibe, but maybe it is. I don't want to do the NARS only because the last time I did, it kind of ruined my foundation and I don't want to do that. I mean, I kind of feel like this is going to be the one. So let's just do it. We might go in with something else on top of it, but let's go in with this for now. This is the Violette FR blush in the shade Melanie. Like this, and tap it off on my hand to make it not so intense. That's pretty. I think the tone of that blush goes great with the lip. You know, like the tones are kind of in the same family. So yeah, happy with that. Let me look at it up close and see what it's doing. It's not doing anything bad on the cheeks. You know, it hasn't eaten through my makeup. It's not patchy. It looks nice up close. I do kind of want to go on top with this Armani just because I have it and I haven't used it yet. I definitely don't need it. I just kind of want to give it a try. So I'm going to put some of this on the back of my hand. Just kind of tap it out on the cheeks. I mean, I'm just putting it in a very, very concentrated area here. Barely used any, but I do think it did something. It kind of cooled it off a little bit. I'm going to set my face with my Peau powder. This is the new reformulated powder. I am planning to show this in more detail in a powder. I want to compare it to the Guerlain, which is at the moment like my holy grail setting powder, loose setting powder. So I want to see how these compare head to head. So I will be doing that soon. But right now I'm just gonna slightly set my face, mostly under the eyes. And just the center where I get some shine. This powder is beautiful. It's so far so good with this. If you see something on me, it's, you know, powder, lint, whatever. Powder is gorgeous. It is very soft, very lightweight, very like velvety on the skin. I love it. I am going to compare that to the Guerlain like side by side, and we'll talk about that to see. They're both very expensive. Like which one is the best? I don't know yet, but we will find out. So that is it. I'm trying to decide if I want to highlight. I think I'm going to do just a little bit of highlight, or try. I'm going to use the Gucci Opal Pink just to kind of go over everything. It's so pretty. I mean, I'm using the lightest amount. I'm already quite glowy, but I feel like after using the powder, I need to bring back a little glow. But let's quickly go through these products, starting with the concealer. I think that the concealer is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so impressed with this. Like, it is rare that I find a concealer that just knocks my socks off or rivals my Gucci, and this does. This is every bit as good as the Gucci. Now, as of right now, you know, I haven't had it nearly as long as I've had the Gucci, but I have worn it several times since purchasing it, and I have not a single complaint except, like I said, the fidgetiness of the packaging, because it does have that, you know, extra thing that you can easily unscrew if you're not careful. That's the only thing that I can say negative. And I wish that the refills were available because I'm really curious to see how much they are. But so far so good with this. Let me know if you've tried this. I think it's excellent. I really, really do. And you know, I'm old, and concealers are the hardest thing to get right when you are over 50, in my opinion. So that one does it. The Sisley bronzer, I can't remember if I've talked about this on my channel before or not. It will be in my bronzer video. I'm still trying to edit that as of right now. I don't know if it will be up before this, but it's a beautiful bronzer. It's very warm, very glowy. I have to use it very lightly because it is quite like orangey warm, but really beautiful on the skin. Like, the formula is lovely. The packaging is not impressive. Do I think it's worth $135 or $145? No, I don't. I mean, I like it and I'm gonna use it because I have it, but I don't think it's worth the price, sorry. And there's only one shade, so that's an easy skip in my opinion, but I do like it. Okay, Captivating Dunes is my favorite YSL quad that I have tried today. There is something about this that I absolutely love. I love my eye look. To me, it's more neutral than cool. Like it's very wearable. This was such an easy eye look to do, and I think it's very impactful, very wearable, day to night. What it does on the eyes is undeniably beautiful in my opinion. Like this is going to be something that I will grab for when I don't know what to do or I don't have time to think about what to do and just do this eye look. It looks like I've put in effort, even though that might have been the quickest eye look I've ever done. I will probably speed through it just so you're not bored watching, but I don't even think that I had to. I think it was so quick and easy. Every single shade except this was so easy to blend out, required no effort. I do wish they would ditch this formula. I just don't like it. I mean, it's so flaky and so chunky, and I don't understand it. I mean, you can even see it there. Like, can you see on my finger how far apart those glitters are? They're just so spaced out that it doesn't create a smooth, cohesive look. It just looks like chunky on the eyes. I don't like that formula. I don't like it in any of these quads. That is my main issue with these palettes, is you only get 4 shades and one of them, to me, is not really usable. I feel like it's gonna get all over my face. It's just, it doesn't really work well with how I like to do eyeshadow. However, I'm not even mad about it because of how beautiful the other 3 shades are. It's neutral, so you can really throw any lip look, any cheek look. There's no denying it's gorgeous. I'm so happy to have this. I wasn't even excited to try out this palette because of my disappointment with the Burning Desire quad and Storadol's. Captivating Dunes is an absolute love. I love it. I love it. Let's talk about the Makeup Forever Artist Sticks. I think that this contour stick is so good. This shade, Endless Cacao. It's such a neutral brown. It works so well. It's such a neutral brown. It looks really dark, but you can just use a little bitty bit and it blends out really well. These blend out so well. I feel like this one almost blends out better than the blush shades. Melts into the skin, it wears really well, very easy to work with. I'm very impressed with that shade in particular. I do have 2 of the blushes. I haven't really gotten my head around those as much as I have the contour stick. I've used that several times and really like it. The 2 blushes that we use today, the Violette FR is gorgeous. On the cheeks, it's really beautiful. I like this. I went for a more vibrant shade this time, and I tend to like the way vibrant, like hot corally shades like this translate on the skin. For the most part, they don't look this intense when you blend them out. They kind of just look like a really fresh flush, and that is what this one looks like. So I love this shade. I think it's beautiful on the skin, and I think that the formula is very easy to work with. They're not too intense. That's one thing. If you find a lot of like the Charlotte Tilbury, for example, if those are too much for you, the Violette FR are much more gentle and easy to work with on the skin, much less pigmented. I think that it's a really lovely formula. The Armani, now I do just have it, I mean, I've got like the tiniest amount of this on, so I do plan to try to use this in another video. It is a really lovely thin, like liquidy formula that I will play with more in upcoming videos. It's not super pigmented. It blends out to something really soft, really easy to work with. I will keep you posted on that one. The Beauty Pie lip liners are so good. If they have a color that you like, I do not think that you would be disappointed in this formula. Like I said, it's like a warm berry. These set down into place. They don't budge. They last all day long, and they're ultra creamy and comfortable. They're not like a really dry, stiff formula. They just kind of glide on, set down, and they're not going anywhere. Love them. And then the Violette FR Lip Nectar is so comfortable. This is so pretty. Should I wipe it off? Let's see if it's stained. They are. Look at that. And it stained the color of the Lip Nectar, not like a pink or a deeper shade or whatever. It's like, it's that color. That's so pretty. There's the shade. So there it is next to Sexy Berry. It's definitely cooler than Sexy Berry, but it still has like a touch of warmth to it so that it doesn't cross over. It's not like raspberry. I'm just putting a little bit back on because I like the glossy look. So that is gorgeous. I am very happy with that. I have been curious about these lip stains for quite some time, and I'm glad I finally took the plunge and picked one up because this one is a beautiful color. It's gonna be beautiful for fall. And then let's touch on the Gucci highlighter because I don't think I've used this on camera before, but the shade Pink Opal, look at that. Look at that. It's so gorgeous. These are so soft and finely milled and just like glossy. It's like a glossy highlight. I've got a bag full of luxury highlights here that I am testing and working on, and the Gucci has always been a beautiful highlight. I just didn't have that shade. I have found through my rediscovery of actually enjoying highlighters that I prefer pink tone highlights. So that is the one that I got. That completes this video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch and spending some time with me. Let me know if you've tried any of these products or what your thoughts are on the RMS concealer. I love it so much. I'm so impressed by it, and this eyeshadow palette. Also, I'm wearing two different foundations. One is the Clé de Peau and one is not. And I'm just wondering if you can tell a difference in sides and which one you think is the $300 foundation and which one is an $80 foundation. I will see you soon in another video, and until then, please take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.